Hi everyone, very good evening. Happy Thursday evening. So as we ground ourselves to prepare for teachings tonight, so Anila will guide us in a series of prayers and we'll also read some announcements after. So let's take a deep breath and thanks Anila.
Okay, let's do the prayers together. Omahung, Omahung, Omahung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the Buddha, Dharma and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all the numberless kind mother sentient beings from the unimaginable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to the peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Tayata Shami Shamavati Shamita Shantru Ankure Mankure Marazite Karote Keure Tezolvati Olyani Vishuddha Nimali Manapanaye Kokore Kaka Grase Grasani Omuki Para Muki Amuki Shamitani Sawa Grana Bana Nani Yagaheta Sawa Para Pavadina Vimukta Mara Pasha Siddhabitva Buddha Mudra Anun Gatita Sawa Mare Putarita Parishuddhe Vigasatu Sawa Mara Kramani. I prostrate to the gathering of Dakinis of the three places, coming from the supreme holy site of space and joy, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, and regard practitioners as their offspring. Aka Samarasa Shadarasa Mariapi. Aka Samarasa Shadarasa Mariapi. Aka Samarasa Shadarasa Mariapi. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasamgade Bodhi Soha. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasamgade Bodhi Soha. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasamgade Bodhi Soha. Through the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shantim Kuriye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment.
The Heart Sutra. Thus
have I heard. Once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of Sangha of monks and a great gathering of Sangha of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination, and at the same time, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, while practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas also to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputra said to Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita? Addressed in this way, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, said to Venerable Sariputra, O Sariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita should see in this way. Seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no eye dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death. No end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajna Paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete Nirvana. All the Buddhas of the three times, by means of Prajna Paramita, fully awaken to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajna Paramita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that calms all suffering should be known as truth. Since there is no deception, the Prajna Paramita mantra is said in this way. Deyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Soha. Thus, Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasava should train in profound Prajna Paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from their Samadhi and praised the Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajna Paramita, just as you have taught, and all the Tagadas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra and Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, the whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One.
Okay, we'll take a break here.
And thank you, Anila. So let's take a few minutes to go through this week's announcements. So tonight, the topic will be how to practice towards enlightenment. So Singha Rinpoche will be coming in shortly. So before we, rise and await his arrival, this will be the announcement. So there's some recitation dates that's coming up. So this is the Compassionate Samadhi Water Repentance Sutra. So from part 1, that's happening this Saturday at 2 p.m. and also part 2 on the 26th of August, 2:30 p.m., as well as part 3 on 2nd of September, 2 p.m. So the one at the asterisk is also because there's in conjunction with grand meritorious offering to ancestors and past creditors. So in these 3 volumes, we pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas along with confession verses to purify our negative karma and delusions, which are the causes of all sufferings within samsara. So join us in this recitation on site to pray for all sentient beings. And just now earlier mentioned, this will be the Grand Meritorious Charity to Wandering Spirits. So this will be happening on this 27th of August, Sunday. So 2 p.m. this will be the prayers, as well as followed by 2:30 will be the recitation of Ushnisha Vijaya Dharani Sutra as well. So a delicate vegetarian feast will be displayed for sentient beings, while our sanghas recite the sutras and mantras to pray for their fortunate rebirth. So merits can be dedicated to individuals, family, or businesses. So register to find out more. And of course, in remembrance of Khyentse Rinpoche, so there's also recitation, 100,000 Buddha names, part 4 in Tibetan. So on the 12th anniversary, this is the prayers that will be dedicated to all beings in honor of the great kindness that the late Khyentse Rinpoche has shown to us. So pay a tribute to late Khyentse Rinpoche. Please offer a light here. This will be the QR code. So closing date, do take note, is on the 24th of August at 8 a.m. And this will be the Chinese online Dharma education course that's happening. So the following are the dates at 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And this will be happening online via Zoom with 𝐩𝐫𝐚𝐜. So, take down the dates, write down information, scan the QR code for more. So while we await for Rinpoche, let's take a few minutes, and later, when he comes in, please rise, make 3 prostrations. Thank you.
Do you follow a pattern?
Okay, let's recite the 7-line prayer to welcome Rinpoche. Hong Hu Yin no Chan Sam Pema Kesa Dombola Yatsen Chogi Ngodrune Pema June Shesudra Kodu Kandro Mamboko Kegi Jesu Labdrogi Jingi Labche Shesu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hong Oye Yogi Lo Chan Sam Pema Kesa Lombola Yatsen Chogi Ngodrune Pema June Shesudra Kodu Karo Mamboko Keki Jesu Labdrogi Jingi Labche Sesu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ho Oye Yogi Lo Chan Sam Pema Kesa Lombola Yaksen Chogi Ngodrune Pema June Shesudra Kodu Kandro Mamboko Keki Jesu Labdrogi Jingi Labche Shesu So Guru Pema Siddhi Ho.
Please offer 3 prostrations to Rinpoche.
Okay, let's offer mandala. Oma Hong, Oma Hong, Oma Hong. Om Raja ground Ahong. Here's the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Raja light Ahong. The outer ring is encircled with this iron fence. In the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru. In the east, the continents Bhuva Videha. In the south, Jambuvipa. In the west, Aparagodaniya. In the north, Uttarakuru. Around the east, the subcontinents Deha and Videha. Around the south, Chamara and Upper Chamara. Around the west, Sata and Uttaramantrin. Around the north, the subcontinents Kaurava and Kaurava. In the east is the treasure mountain. In the south is the wish-granting tree. In the west is the wish-granting cow. In the north is the harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious wheel. Here's the precious jewel. Here's the precious queen. Here's the precious minister. Here's the precious elephant. Here's the precious and best of horses. Here's the precious general. Here's the great treasure vase. Here's the goddess of beauty. Here's the goddess of garlands. Here's the goddess of song. Here's the goddess of dance. Here's the goddess of flowers. Here's the goddess of incense. Here's the goddess of light. Here's the goddess of perfume. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. Here's the umbrella of all that is precious. Here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all possessions precious to gods and men. This magnificent collection, lacking in nothing, I offer to you, my kind and holy root Lama, together with you, venerable lineage Lamas, and to you, Lama, compassionate Lama, Losang Tuan Doje Chang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and all beings, please grant your blessings through your great compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon, I offer in visualizations as Villa Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, anger and ignorance, my body, my wealth and enjoyments, without any sense of loss I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from 3 poisons. Venerable Holy Gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Nya Tayami. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path, from Guru devotion to the completion of the training, the unified Raja state. Please grant me blessings that my mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, that hindrances in the path may not occur, that I may cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the two precious bodhisattvas. Okay, let's all greet Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
So, good evening. Today I'm going to talk about the topic about how to practice towards enlightenment. 今晚我要讲的课就是我们如何在简单的就是如何应该怎么样修成正果啊？我们华人很喜欢用这句话，修成正果。OK。So how to practice towards enlightenment? There's so many people having so many different ideas about how to practice the Dharma to become enlightened. But I'm not here to mention anything new. In fact, everything that I'm saying has been spoken by the Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, Arhats, Prajakya Buddhas, so many of the Gurus, the great masters, and so this is what I just want to represent it in a way that is possibly making it easier for you and I to understand and to re-look at how we are practicing to become and to awaken. So there are many words to label enlightenment, Buddhahood, awakening. So as there are many words, so there's no perfect word to say. What is the perfect way to explain what is enlightenment? Because enlightenment is a state of being that cannot be expressed through words. But I'm here to not talk about the expression of enlightenment and that cannot be expressed to words. I'm here to talk about how we on our own level here can go towards that. So first there must be this understanding that the Chinese expression of 修成正果, okay, 学习佛法修成正果, the Chinese expression of learning the Dharma and attaining fruition of practice, is rather misleading for many people. Because it gives people an idea that enlightenment is a state, like for example, a goal, for example, like it is a graduation. Oh, now I'm graduated, now I have a certificate, now I'm recognized, and now I'm the Buddha. In this world, there are many people who claim that they are the reincarnation of this, they are the manifestation of that they are sent by heaven, or they are this, they are that. Many people they do that, and it's easy. The Buddha, if we study the Lamrim, already says, you know, look out for all the signs, right? That anybody who claims that they are so and so, and then after that, what's the next thing that comes? They want to lead you to. They want to lead you to the path of awakening, and everything is going to be good and great and fast, and fame, honor, wealth will come. Well, everything comes at a what? Everything comes at a, you have to pay maybe tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, you know, to join a club, and then that guru will teach you, and you become a disciple, and this and that. And many people have already if you study the Lamrim, if you read this old texts like Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand, already says warn us of the time of the future, where spirituality has become the means to make money. So imagine if, let's say, to become a disciple of this teacher or this person who claims to be a saint and everything, and then you have to go through ceremony, you pay 100,000, got 10 students, he's a millionaire, you know. 10 students, he's a millionaire. Do you think about it the other way around? Right? Of course, genuine gurus, the first thing about genuine gurus is that they care about you. And that's the most important thing. You matter, not money matter. And how to practice towards enlightenment? So with this, the understanding is enlightenment is not a graduation. Enlightenment is not an enthronement like King Charles, a big ceremony, and then it becomes recognized by the people that you are the Buddha. So what is important? So then what is the state of mind then to recognize this? Okay, so I explain is, if you want to be enlightened, you have to forget about enlightenment. Okay? And practice here and now. So then what is practice here and now is, don't keep on thinking about last time. Last time people practice like that, last time people eat this, last time people pray like that, last time people this and that. Okay? If last time worked, then last time those who did it the way the last time should all be great bodhisattvas or enlightened Buddhas. Okay? So many things are done culturally. Many things are done culturally, not necessarily the actual way of enlightenment. For example, I give you a good ridiculous example, okay? A ridiculous example would be, if we are doing a Dharma practice, and what we want is actually to be able to have a clear awareness, right? When you have awareness in it, you're awakened. So you're not like walking through the darkness, right? So imagine there's a switchboard. There's a switchboard, or there's a switch to all the lights. The lights are there, the electricity are there. Okay? But culturally, you're supposed to kowtow to the switch. You're supposed to prostrate to the switch 100,000 times before you can turn on the switch. Or do big puja to the switch, pray to the switch, knock your head, touch the switch. Okay, or offer animal sacrifice, or do great offering to the switch, because that switch has the power to turn on the lights. So this is a ridiculous example, but what I want to say is this: many of us are doing that. We have fallen for that. We have fallen for the cultural, the manifested forms, the rara, the drama, then to the real. Just forget and just go there and press the blessed switch so that everybody can see. You understand? But sometimes things are like that. When things are just so easy and at our face and in our heart, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to deal with it, because we are so used to prostrating to the switch. Somebody needs to make a fire to go around the switch maybe 9 times, offer incense, sprinkle flowers, do prostration, sing praises to the switch, offer fragrant water, then touch the switch, then turn on the lights. So it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. When we want to do Dharma practice, we think we feel we must dress up, we must everything, and then and then what happens? We must go on a difficult time in a pilgrimage. We must do many things, and then maybe to go on the must have a certain manifest form of enlightenment. Then it becomes like a recognition. We are creating so many things to distract ourselves from the main thing. It's just that is awakening. So in that case, the reality is just to practice here and now. Don't let the past pull us back. The past can pull us back and affect us for only one reason: we have not purified it. We have not come to terms with it. We have not faced it. We have not accepted it. We have to face it, we have to accept it, we have to regret it, we have to confess it, we have to purify it, and then dedication, and then in our heart and soul say, oh, I recognize that was wrong, okay, and then I try, I don't want to do it again, okay. We may end up doing it again, but we go through the process again and again and again until naturally after it will come a point of time where when you say I don't want to do again, you really don't want to do again. Right? Like for example, it's easy for us to say, oh, I love to eat chicken rice, right? Because it's just easy. Got money, just go to the chicken rice shop, just buy and eat and enjoy, right? It's easy. There's no consequence to it. But if you want to eat chicken, if let's say we go to the time where if you want to eat chicken and you have to go and find the chicken, choose which chicken, kill the chicken, you have to do the killing, you have to pluck the feathers, okay, you have to face face the fear of the chicken and face your own fear that the chicken may attack you back and claw you, right? There's a lot of emotional distraught for the chicken and yourself, you know, maybe on the way to do it and stuff like that, you may just give up eating chicken. Right? Just give up eating chicken. Like for example, I was in Mongolia recently, and I saw there were many wild birds, and most of the birds were fierce birds, like eagles and crows and kite and some big bird, I don't know what's the name, honestly. And then I also hear something like some beautiful birds, nice singing. Then it just occurred in my mind, you know, what makes me think that it's singing? Maybe it's that bird trying to escape from a bigger bird trying to eat it, you know, to catch it and eat it, you know. And we think, oh, the life of a bird is nice, freedom, beautiful feathers and everything, isn't it? But the reality is the bird eats worms, eats insects, right? The food is in its original taste, original state, that is life. Every single day it has to accumulate negativity by killing. And the fear of being killed. And then it just occurred to me in my mind to say, you know, such a beautiful creature, these birds, how do they die? How do they die? Then really there's nothing beautiful in samsara. Even right now, when I was there, of course, Rinpoche, Chador Rinpoche was there, and so everybody dressed like really nice, very grand and everything, you know. But the reality is, if nobody makes the effort, samsara is painful and boring. So, when we say to be here and now, yesterday I said, I was talking about the topic about demons and devils and ghosts and spirits. Do they exist? Okay? Of course, in Buddhism is easy for us to say it is inside us. Some other religion it says that it is outside of us. Okay, some demon. But the truth is that, you know, we can be each other's demons. If I want to make you angry and you scold me, then I'm very happy, isn't it? That I suddenly become your demon. Right? Because I've succeeded in making you lose your mind. Okay, making you lose your mind. So when it comes to past, present and future, the most important thing about the past, present and future, when that all of us say, do it now, right? Remember I said if I want to make a clock, right? Yeah. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it should be now. Well, what's the time now? It's now. The time is now. The time is now is to make us know that to be able to be in the present moment freely, we must be free from our own demons too. That's why purification is important. Purification practice is very important. The next one is the projection of the future. Many gurus, New Age, business gurus, many things, right? What is it that is enticing for you and for us? Okay, I'm not criticizing them. It's just the way they are doing their thing. is to always to tell you, say that if you do this, then this will happen. Right? That, like for example, there are many what do you call this? Very famous. There are many very famous coaches, right? And the coach come and talk for some time. The rest of the time is everybody going up to tell you all their success stories, right? Okay. So when I go, I think, even though what they say is not wrong, just rejoice. You don't have to criticize. Keep an open mind. But the main thing is this. It's really so successful, right? Really so successful. Need to keep on selling. Need to keep on selling. Need to keep on promoting. All this, let it grow organically. You understand? So, we moved back 3,000 years ago. Did Buddha and the disciples promote Buddha? There was no newspaper then. There was no internet then. Right? Did Jesus Christ, did people promote Jesus Christ? No. Did people promote Prophet Muhammad? You understand? So it's better. It would take time. Many things take time. Why? Because it takes time to grow. It takes time for the papaya seed to grow into a tree. Right? And who knows, the papaya seed may become fertilizer itself. Everything that you grow does not necessarily sprout. And everything that sprouts does not necessarily grow. Everything that grows does not necessarily fruit. And everything that fruit does not necessarily mean is edible. There are so many rotten fruits, right? So many fruits that that are not up to par, isn't it? Right? So, what is it that we want? It must start from our motivation, that we want to be of benefit. We want to lead all beings to enlightenment, and we want to be of benefit for all beings. That is the real motivation. The motivation must be there. Okay? If you don't have this motivation, right? Then if you don't have this motivation, then really it's just going through the motions. And going through the motions is technically not wrong. Technically not wrong, because everybody is going through the motions, because we would like to say that, everybody takes time. So if you want to say allow it to take time, then you must have the compassion and the patience to allow everybody to take time. Everybody will take their time and have their own time and place to become enlightened. Okay? Anything that can work immediately, fast and furious, equates to drugs. Isn't it? Fast and furious equates to drugs. So, now I say, if you want to be enlightened, if you want to practice towards enlightenment, dumb enlightenment. Because the enlightenment is the journey. Focus on the journey and not the goal of enlightenment. Not the result of being, enthroned and you are the this and you are the that. You understand? Okay? So, what does it really mean now? So today I'm going to give you this. I'm going to share you. Actually, my original idea was to teach only to those disciples who receive Vajrayana initiation through me. Then I thought, okay, I should share this to anybody who wants to practice sincerely. So, I'm going to tell you now. When you practice the Dharma, when you practice and do your... So what is enlightenment? What is enlightenment in a real sense? Okay? For me today. For me today. All of us are for me today, isn't it? For you today, for him today, for her today. Correct? All of us have family, have to work, have to pay bills, have to this, have to that, isn't it? You have to find your own livelihood, isn't it? So recognizing this, what does Dharma practice mean for me? This is very important. If you cannot get this right, you will give up. What is the main cause of giving up? It's because, number one, you have done things with expectation, not with motivation. OK， 你不是发心而学修法 ，OK， 修佛法，而是你 ，how to say expectation in Chinese？ 有一个期望，你修、你学、你念是期望人家看见你，期望、盼望人家看见你、认识你、懂得你。Okay, so that's why people give up. Why? Because they always want attention, they always want this, they always want that, and so therefore, can we practice anything without receiving attention or not? Okay, and because this is something that each and every one of us face, including you, including me. Right? So what does Dharma practice really mean? So how to practice towards enlightenment if enlightenment should not be the goal? We should let go of the goal of enlightenment. So now I'm going to tell you. For those of you who practice Vajrayana or do your, or like Chris who just go for Thailand and meditate, and some of you already done, right? 20 over days, 30 days, some gone 2 times and everything, Vipassana meditation and everything. I rejoice. But what does it mean when you come back? So when you practice now, daily practice, your daily practice should be understood as that is your moment of awakening. If you follow the sadhana, there is refuge, there is the, the 4 immeasurables, then the thing about the bodhicitta for all beings. You see, all these thoughts at that time, during the time of your prayer, it is servicing, See your daily prayer, the time you have in yourself to do self-servicing. Service and like car need to send for servicing, right? Change oil, do some alignment. So change our motivation and our thoughts, recognize. So you see, to send your car for motivation, you send your car for servicing, you need to recognize your car needs servicing. You need to recognize that the oil will degenerate, right? So similarly, when we set ourselves to sit down and to do our prayer every day at that time, at those moments, we must recognize that every day we face new pollution. Every day we need to go through filtration. Or if you do Vajrasattva practice, then you receive nectar from Guru Vajrasattva, and that is like changing the oil. Right? And doing your prayers is alignment, realignment. The motivation, that motivation is very important. I don't know what other new terms people can use for motivation. Right? Maybe I should go and focus on it. Right? There are some other new terms, maybe. Right? So, motivation is really so important. Right? And so, this time, let's say you take 20 minutes to do your prayers. Focus on that 20 minutes, because that is that 20 minute, I would like to call you, that 20 minute is you are the 20-minute Buddha. If your daily prayer is 10 minutes, then that is your 10 minute of Buddhahood every day. And it really means we need to put in the effort to have that 10, 20 minutes or half an hour of pristine awareness. Now we are talking about the quality of awareness. That is the enlightenment. You understand? How Buddha can do, Buddha is every moment is supersized beyond awareness, beyond boundary, boundless awareness. Okay? But our awareness is only our body, our speech, our mind, our house, our identity. So can you see what are the levels that we need to release? We need to overcome our own barriers. But at that moment, that 5 minutes, that 10 minutes, that 15 minutes, that 20 minutes, that half an hour, that 1 hour that you're doing your meditation, your prayer, your walking meditation and everything, focus on it, because that is your daily Buddhahood. That is the journey called your daily Buddhahood. Until you see, and until we can do to become 24 hours of Buddhahood, then you're great. Naturally, you see, how do the gurus do it? Because 24 hours they are the deity. 24 hours they are the deity, they are the action deity. There is no self. There is no self and no self-identity. Because then that identity is dissolved through the meditation, recognition of self, dissolution of self into emptiness, and then re-arising through lotus cushions and lotuses and the sun and the moon and the seed syllables, and re-arise as a deity, and maintaining body as deity, speech is mantra, mind is wisdom. You know, it is a continuous activity. Even though you are not doing your prayer, right? But your body is the prayer. Your speech is the prayer. Your mind is the prayer. That is the way we should see the journey of life as our Dharma practice. And not the goal, say, I want to become a Buddha, I want to become a Buddha. See, I as in my identity want to become a Buddha. There are people who say, my identity, I want to be a monk. My identity, I want to become a nun. My identity, I want to become a sifu. My identity, I want to become a this, I want to become a that. You see? Then what happens? Or my identity is, I recognize, wow, I can be this, I can be that, and there is a guru can help me achieve this. So I pay money, I join the club, or join a temple, or join a whatever. Then there's a rara, there's a thing, and then I feel good, I look good, I belong to somehow, somewhere, and this and that. And all these things really can make you feel insecure, or make you feel even more insecure because when I was young, I remember my guru take a small pebble and drop into the fish tank, and then because there was some current in the fish tank, say the small pebble didn't go straight down to the water. It goes like this, and then there's some fish going through it, and it's like this. So enlightenment is not straight up or straight down. No, it's going like this and like this and like this. Because we have one thing known as our own karmic wind, which is a conditioning of our current body, current mind, current body and current mind. We cannot, with this body that we are practicing, we cannot change the fact that we may be gay, we may be lesbian, we may be asexual, we can be straight, you know. We cannot change the fact we we are our current body. We cannot change the fact that our parents are our parents, our siblings are our siblings, isn't it? And many things cannot be changed just because you believe in Buddhism, just because you practice Buddhism. No, so that is known as your karmic wind, our karmic condition. And so therefore everything that we do is known as the result of what we have now today, is known as the result of compulsive conditioning, thus resulting in compulsive existence. Right? So, real Dharma practitioners, we must be compassionate but passive aggressive. Okay? I'm using this on purpose. Why passive aggressive? Because we are passive, right? We are down like this, but we must be aggressive to guard our mind. To guard our mind, to recognize. Because we are all aggressive people. Oh, why don't we use this aggressiveness within ourselves to recognize, our mind is going again. Okay, come back. Be nice. Practice compassion again to yourself. If you cannot feel compassion for yourself, you cannot feel compassion for others. If you cannot see your own mind, guard your own mind, and protect your own mind from, if we cannot protect our own mind from external influences and forces, okay, external influences and forces, they can really screw us inside out. And the main thing is that they do not come and disturb us just once. It's like people falling in love. They slowly fall in love, but they don't know, no? Correct? But after a while they feel that, I cannot live without somebody, or I cannot stop thinking of this somebody. And it's the same with everybody. Everybody, every one of us, born into this compulsive existence, right? Suffer from all the same things. Nobody is free. All of us have our own triggers. All of us have our own suffering. All of us have our own happiness, and all of us have our own childhood memories and happiness of what is delicious, isn't it? But your childhood delicious may not be my childhood delicious, Correct? Like for example, typical Chinese childhood delicious, maybe for some will be one bowl of steaming hot fresh rice with sunny side up egg fried with pork lard, right? And immediately with lots of dark soya sauce, right? Right? So this is a typical, maybe a Chinese thingy. Just imagine Muslim thinking about this. Pork lard. Or Jewish pork lard. You understand? Yeah. Or Chinese people Chinese Singaporeans like prawn noodles, right? Pork with prawn, right? Correct? Imagine the Jewish do not eat any shellfish, and Jewish do not eat any pork. So that will be a very scary thing. You understand what I'm saying? So your childhood favorite is not my childhood favorite, no. For example, Tibetans have their childhood favorite of eating dried cheese. I assure you, many of you will not be able to eat or enjoy the dried Tibetan cheese. A little bit sour. Basically milk that got CSB lah, right? And dried, and then after that, then you put it in your mouth, and then you tell yourself, say it's fresh, and then you tell yourself it's chewy and it's good. So it's okay, Every time I eat those things, I think of Anichoki. I say Anichoki will enjoy this cheese, this dried cheese, Tibetan cheese. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Try Mongolia, mare milk. Okay, yeah, this. Every time I go to Mongolia, I'm treated with mare milk. Yeah. It's like the best thing on earth. You all need to go and drink it. Right? So, your enlightenment, how should you practice it? Release and purify our past so that we will not be triggered. As long as we are triggered, we know we have not been free of our past. Release the desire to have whatever result that we want. But cultivate and focus on becoming a being to fulfill the wish for all sentient beings. That means to become a useful bloke lah. Okay? Practice to become a useful bloke. Right? Be used. Chinese people will say that, oh, don't be stupid, other people make use of you. Right? Just think of it in the bodhisattva sense, right? Other people make use of you, you say, 𝐭𝐨𝐰𝐚𝐽𝐿. Finally, I got some use. You understand me now? This is how we should really think, finally got some use, If not, put you down there and then like left on the shelf, right? The feeling is, if you got no use, you are left on the shelf. You understand? Like the things in the shelf, that nobody buy, nobody use. Yeah. Right. So this is something that's very important, that for each and every one of us, how to practice towards enlightenment. It's easy to say, release the past and don't think about the future. It's very easy to say. But how to release the past, I explained already. Okay? To release the past, we need to purify, we first need to accept, recognize, purify, confess, right? Confess and purify. We need to regret the action, and then we need to make the adjustments internally ourselves. Okay? So this is important. This is important, right? So for the future, to say again, we have to go towards we have to release the idea of the goal of enlightenment, but accept that your journey and your time of your prayer is your moment of awakening. So how long is your moment of awakening will take your real discipline and grit. How you can meditate, how you can internalize the prayer. At that moment, the natural feeling for all beings arise. That is for now, maybe to have it even for a few seconds is already a miracle. Okay? And right now, I'm not saying a one-off feeling of suddenly have bodhicitta, the spirit of enlightenment. I'm saying we need to train with discipline that every day we can have it for that few minutes, and then we slowly grow to 5 minutes, and then we slowly grow to 10 minutes. We slowly, when you have that feeling, you can do your other prayers. Okay? That is that window of awakening. Why do I want to use the word window? Because that is the window where we see out of our samsara. Your samsara, my samsara is different, but it's all samsara. I guarantee you. You have your samsara, I have my samsara, isn't it? Right? Even monks and priests and holy people and everything, everybody got their own samsara. Okay? So we all have our own samsara. We need to recognize that. When we can recognize that, then our practice can become real. Okay? It can become real. So then the journey to enlightenment is your daily practice. That daily practice in a daily time, then somehow it really becomes not funny anymore. It's not for fun anymore. It's not like I have to do this prayers because I have to do this prayers. It's not like, this is my job, this is my duty, and this is my commitment, so I've got to do it. But really you have that feeling to do it. You have that feeling every day, and through the years, because you are familiar with it, through the years, because you cultivate a discipline, it will slowly, you will grow into that Buddha figure, that Buddha mindset, that Buddha figure for all other beings. And other people will be able to sense it, other people can feel it. Okay? So this is how we should all practice. Every day in your prayer, you let it, that window of awakening, let that window be longer and longer and stronger and stronger. Let it naturally grow and let it naturally expand. Alright? So there are two questions here. Request to teach us on what is directly seeing emptiness and how are we able to do it. When you can directly see emptiness, the feeling is my closest feeling to you is when you watch, you should make an effort to go watch a movie with awareness, whatever the movie may be, with awareness that I'm here to go and watch. I'm in samsara, but I'm going to watch samsara. Can you see that now? I'm in samsara, but I'm going to watch samsara. You go in with a motivation and intention to recognize, so that when you are going to watch this movie, when you are watching this movie, you know it's fake, right? This movie, is fake, right? It's the result of, like for example, what's this American movie, this one, everybody turns blue color one? Avatar. Yeah, Avatar. You go watch Avatar. Fake, right? Right? Clearly it's fake, right? But you will like it, you will love it. Some like it, some love it, become fans of it, and this and that, When you see directly seeing emptiness is, when you go watch a movie, you know the whole thing is fake. You know that it is here to influence your mind, and your mind is there to be entertained or be tricked. Okay? And you watch TV, any program, including the news, including the gossips, including the everything, they are all fake. Because everybody is telling their own truth. And since everybody is not even a reality, then everything is a lie. What is a reality? What is reality in Buddhism? Awakening is reality. We wake up from this nightmare, wake up from this slumber of ignorance. Isn't it? If we are able to maintain this discipline, and we can see every single thing is fake. Every single thing is like, if you believe that, then Winnie the Pooh is really your best friend, Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is your best friend. Or, I'm saying Winnie the Pooh because my house got a lot of Winnie the Pooh. Right? My house got Winnie the Pooh, a soft toy. Then maybe I'm pretty out of touch. I don't know what this. Soba Rinpoche's Ringsa Rinpoche offer me one stuffed toy through 𝐩𝐫𝐚𝐜𝐭𝐢𝐬 from Lama Soba Rinpoche. One side is tiger, the other side is elephant. Right? So okay, this soft toy. So is it a reality? It's not reality, but is it fun? It's fun. Right? It's like going for dinner and you have a theme. Everybody dress up as, maybe everybody dress up as what? Heavenly gods. So suddenly, those who like Greek gods will appear as Greek gods. Those who like Egyptian gods will appear as Egyptian gods. You understand? Free will lah, free will. Then you can see the range of nonsense we have within our mind. Yeah, it's like my last trip in Mongolia, right? I was so happy because there were horses and there's a real Tangsen Lama, right? Tangsen Lama is Tangsanjang, right? So in Tibetan they call Tangsen Lama, right? Then there's a real, so then we say, oh, 师父身边有几个徒弟啊? So I say I'm the 猪八戒. The 𝐩𝐫𝐸 is the angry monkey god, right? And then this Gombo is the Sasan, the hairy and everything, carry the thing. So I actually wanted to take a photo, Rinpoche sit on the horse, and then the three other disciples down there, So I said, I definitely must be the 猪八戒 because if I'm not the 猪八戒, right, then it's not fun because 猪八戒 gets to eat everything, right? Yeah, and 猪八戒 doesn't need to take responsibility. Everything is a 师兄, right? Yeah, and so that's it. So I said the best is to be the 猪八戒. Yeah. So all this thing is, you see, when you can see everything as compounded phenomena, you glimpse into emptiness. Okay? So that is how you are able to use that as a window of opportunity to glimpse into the nature of phenomena. That to see everything as compounded phenomena. And that's it. What's the next question? What's the meaning of samsara? There's no meaning in samsara. What's the meaning of samsara? Is it just a range of our perceptions and senses? No, there's real karmic wind. Okay, there's real karmic wind. It's like, you know what's real karmic wind? You know what's karmic wind? You know how karmic wind affects you? You want to know? You want to know? You heard of this phrase called, I just don't like his face. Well, I just don't like his face. Right? That's karmic wind because you just don't like his face. You don't like her face. You don't like lah. Why don't like? Don't know, never see before, but just don't like. That's karmic wind. Do you understand? Have we all experienced this? I don't like your face. I don't like this person's face. I just don't like lah. Why don't like? Don't know, but just don't like. You understand? Okay? Or suddenly, wow, this person's so beautiful, so handsome, so pretty. Wow, this girl, wow. Then everybody say, wow, like that also called pretty. Like that also can make it. Who's that? Handsome. Who's that? Your husband not handsome, eh? No. Oh, sorry. Okay, you understand? So what is this? These are called karmic wind. Karmic wind is you just cannot explain. That's it. Or you know what's karmic wind can also be, I'm sure you have the experience, you go to somewhere and say, wow, I never come here before, but very familiar. Deja vu, right? Wow, very familiar. Wow. Like, I don't know, but I know. Why? Don't know. You understand? Okay? All these things. So what happens after realizing non-self and emptiness of our existing ignorant views? When you realize non-self and emptiness, you come and see me, I tell you. Oh, honestly, if I'm your guru, if you recognize me as your guru, then when you realize non-self and emptiness of our existing ignorant views, okay, then you come see me, I will tell you what to do. Because this kind of answers is irrelevant to everybody. Everybody is going to have a different phenomenal experience. Can you explain what is Nirvana? If you know what's Nirvana? I explain to you. When the government lift up COVID restrictions, that was the Nirvana of that moment, isn't it? Everybody can go out and eat, can eat, correct or not? Was it Nirvana? Nirvana? Yeah, Miss Nirvana. Nirvana is at that moment you are liberated from that situation, Nirvana. So Nirvana, how is it manifested? Freedom. Arhat is you got that freedom from cyclic existence. That is the very least. Free from the karmic winds, free from our own, over here it says perception and senses and everything, and just you can perceive nature of reality as it is. Okay? And so it goes back to how to practice towards enlightenment. Use these questions and the answers that I've given you. How do I have practice to have the window of seeing reality of emptiness, the window of freedom of our own perception and beliefs? Okay? For example, when they say show respect, okay, show respect, or make a respectful offering. Maybe New Zealanders or Aboriginal people, something they show respect is they may give you a seashell, or they give you a seashell or clam shell. To them, is like a big thing. Okay. Modern people give ridiculous thing. They give pieces of paper and pieces of plastic with colored printed paper and colored printed plastic, right? Yeah. Which is, if we say receive things objectively, then the printed packaging of the instant noodle packaging is also printed plastic, and money is also printed plastic. Then you should receive them objectively as you are receiving we should practice receiving an object of offering with equanimity, and not attracted towards the thing called money, and we feel a rejection towards a packet of instant noodles, just the plastic packaging without the instant noodle inside. For me, the instant noodle inside is more attractive, right? I'm being honest. How many of you don't like instant noodle? I say everybody loves instant noodle, right? Yeah. Why? Because we just love. The whole idea is we love instant happiness. We don't like to wait. We like everything fast. That's why we like fast food. Don't care whether it's healthy or not, as long as it serves the purpose. I'm hungry, I get to eat it, it tastes good, feel good, and most important, it's fast. Then it serves the purpose. Okay? So that's why these days, enlightenment or realizations, everything need to be fast. Just pay money and then you can get it fast. Pay money, can get it fast. Join groups and groups and groups of spiritual New Age gurus, and things like New Age gurus, wealth gurus, and this and that, you know. You see, the main thing is New Age gurus' purpose is to fulfill your ego. Wealth gurus' also main purpose is to fulfill your ego, right? Not to benefit other beings, and not to help you to release yourself, release the grasping of ourselves. But really, maybe the topic of teaching may be about releasing the grasping, but the reality of action is to increase the grasping. It becomes, but like I said, righteous, or we feel that we are good and high practitioner. Oh, they are no good, they are this, they are that, or we are the best because we can see it, you cannot. We need compassion. This world needs more storytellers, compassionate people, right? Kind people, softer people, listening ears. Yeah. So let us be whatever you recognize you are, whatever you are. But, you know, not but, and make your divine motivation to manifest for the benefit for all beings by continuously growing. And that is important for you and for you and for me. Understand? So the spirit of enlightenment is so amazing and wonderful. Every day in your prayer, that is the time you are cultivating, and that is your moment of awakening. Recognize your prayer time as your awakening times. Alright, you need your sleeping time, right? You know, your Buddha nature is screaming to practice, you know. Your Buddha nature wants to breathe. And so when you're doing your prayer and meditation, that is your Buddha nature breathing. It's receiving recognition. It's receiving the time, its own me time. And that is the real, and that is your natural you. The awakened you. You understand? Okay? If not, it will be a case where you are like a child, you are a child who suddenly goes overseas, who grew up in your own home country for maybe how many years? 10, 20 years, 16, 20 years, and then suddenly, you know, you go study overseas for 3 years and come back and speak totally different slang for the rest of your life. You know? Yeah. So, you know, they just go over there and stay for a good 2-3 years, and everybody, and for the rest of my life, I'm going to speak in the chosen accent so that, you know, I can redistinguish myself, to be able to be different from you guys, right? And so that's the way it's gonna be. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Right? So accept your own karma, purify it, so that we may all be free from triggers. Okay? So that we are the one that have our own triggers, and we are the one that get triggered, and we are the one that act out when we are triggered. It's all ourselves. It's all ourselves. Okay? Nobody is perfect, not you, not me. Nobody. Okay? So that's my class for tonight. Okay? So remember, from now onwards, see your daily prayer as the window of enlightenment. And that is how you will enjoy your daily prayer and meditation and cultivation. Okay? Thank you.
Rinpoche, there's one question from the online audience. Good evening, Rinpoche. Is every challenge coming into life, could it be a test to us?
Every challenge that comes into our life is not a test. It's your own karmic lesson. Okay? Who cares to see if you can walk over a hole in the ground? To test whether you can walk over a hole in the ground. Who cares? You understand what I'm saying? Who cares? But if there is a hole in the ground, open your legs wider and just walk over the hole. And don't see, there's a test. There's a hole. This hole come at this time. Today is in this country. Then this is the phenomena of the hole. The bird fly from this angle. This is maybe some 𝐓𝐸𝐷 or Taoist or special phenomena, the will or the sign from heaven that I see the hole. You know? A lot of 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴 stories, you know. Seriously, right? So, what I want to say is, there are many people who are like that, and there are many people amongst my students who are also like that, and sometimes I just feel like giving them a tight slap and just say, open your leg, put 1 foot over, and then the other leg, follow the leg, just walk over, can already. You understand? It's like, you may find it funny, but there are people who will come and ask me, Rinpoche, got one brown butterfly fly into my house. Is it ghost? 我看到有一个物件来吼，哇，敢若吼，哇，我惊到咧，哦。My TV switch on by itself. I never press it. How? Because you sit on the controller. The controller on the cushion, you set on it, you know. And what I'm telling you this because somebody came to my house, right, and sat on the thing, sat on the controller on the sofa, the TV switched on, and then they got so scared, the face turned white, and then come and I asked somebody to bring tea for them. And after they came, and then I was asked to walk over, they said, I sit down, the TV turned on by itself. The person so scared, don't dare to move, and the TV controller half at the buttock, and they're half sticking out. I felt so sad for the controller. Imagine your head under somebody's butt, right, and then your legs up in the, yeah. I mean, to me, Dharma practice is to see the funny side of things. I choose to see the funny side of things. Choose to see the funny side of things and choose to live our life with some joy. Okay? And a good pinch of salt and MSG and pepper. Okay? And laugh it off. Yeah. So, this is how I honestly tell you lah. Okay? So if you tell me, say that we are laughing about the hole in the ground, right, the 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐴 stories, I really tell you, say that, oh, my house got this bird fly in. Then I tell you, okay, my house got a Mandarin duck flew into my house. Do you believe me or not? How many of you believe if I tell you the Mandarin duck flew in my house? Huh? But you don't know whether real or not, right? Huh? Okay, it's true. I'm telling you. I took photo and video of it. I was at home and a Mandarin duck flew into my house. Okay, at first I thought my eyes were crazy, right? I even rubbed my eyes and then after that and then I said, quickly take the mobile phone and take photo and take video. It's a real Mandarin duck, not painted one. You know, these days anybody can do anything, right? Have you seen green chicks? Have you seen blue chicks, right? People take and dye the chick, right? Yeah. So, I mean, anything can happen, right? So that's what happened. Then somebody told me at home to try to keep the duck at home, and I said, no lah. How am I going to do with the duck? Cook it, right? I'm scared that if I keep the duck at home, somebody is going to kill the duck and cook it. Okay, so I'd rather let the duck be free. You understand what I'm saying? So all these Tuakang stories, you know, all this kind of thing, when you know, the question being, the idea of you're always being tested need to be released. Okay? There's always the idea that, you know, life has got lots of tests. Who cares about testing you? You think Buddha so free, meh? You understand? Right? Imagine you become enlightened. Okay, imagine now you are Buddha, right? And there are many sentient, you are Buddha. There are many sentient beings, suffering sentient beings out there. Do you know what you do? As a Buddha, you must go out and test everybody. You're free, so free, yeah. You're so free to test everybody, yeah. Today I'm the enlightened Buddha. I'm going to appear in front of 𝐸𝐸. I'm going to tell 𝐸𝐸 that whatever you cook today is going to happen in a way that you've never experienced before. And this is your test. Okay? So I'm testing you, no? Make sure, huh? Don't cook, huh? Don't worry, I make sure. The test is that until you cook, you don't pass, cannot. You know? So all these kind of crazy things, you understand? The idea that we are being tested needs to be released. So just release the thought about being tested. Or release the thought that we are being tortured by our karmic creditors. Okay? And this and that. Do karmic creditors exist? Yes. So who are our karmic creditors? You are your parents' karmic creditors, and your parents are also your karmic creditors. Your siblings and you are probably karmic creditors too. Right? Your husband, your wife, your children are also each other's karmic creditors. Sure one, I tell you. Right? Oh? Yeah. Okay, so this karmic creditor, this means karmic creditor is like, you know, you cannot disown your children, right? No. You understand? You cannot send them where they come from, right? You understand? Imagine, you're so naughty, I send you back where you come from. How? You understand? Like the idea of many people want to turn back the obstacles, send them back where they come from. I tell you, alamak. Right? By God's grace, Buddha's grace, heaven's grace, you know, omahong. Okay? So, Dharma practice means your heart become bigger and wider and fresher. The air need to be fresh. Dharma practice, the air in your heart need to be fresh, means you have to breathe. Believe me, trust me, it has to be this way. How many of you want to lose weight faster? Okay? If you want to lose weight faster, okay, now online. Later I teach you a real secret how to lose weight very fast. If you do what I say, I guarantee you next week you will lose 2 kilo. I guarantee you. Since only you are the only one that like that after I teach you. But you must do, we must sign contract, must do. Okay? 1 week 2 kilo. Okay? It will happen. 所以我们要增瘦，不要减肥。减肥最后一个字是肥。我们要增瘦。因为天增岁月，人增寿，对吗？所以我们要增瘦。Okay? So this is very important. Alright? Any other question?
That's all for online. Any question for the on-site audiences?
Don't have already, thank you. Thank
you, Rinpoche.
So do I say every week teaching is a test for me? Every week is a oral examination? You understand? If every week I give class and give lesson, is every week is a test. Everybody come test me. Oh, I tell you, stress, cannot sleep, cannot eat, cannot do anything. Correct? Why? Every week is a torture because it's a test. I mean, natural lah. Okay? Enjoy people, enjoy one another, and choose to be joyful. Okay? Let us all choose to take life with a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of MSG, and MSG is good for health, right? So don't take salt, just eat MSG. It's good. Yeah. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, let's offer mandala. Huma hung huma hung huma hung. This ground and I top perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as fill of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. May my venerable life be firm, his white divine actions spread in the 10 directions, and the torch of Losang's teachings dispelling 3 worlds darkness always remain. Om Yi Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niya Tayami. Okay, let's do a long life prayer. In the land encircled by snowy mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful 𝐓𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, please remain until samsara ends. May the teachings of the Buddha flourish, and may those upholding the teachings have long lives. May all transmigrators be well and happy, and may their temporary and ultimate aims be accomplished. Okay. Om Savasti. Like the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitabhu's Lord of everlasting life, who captivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality, please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading holy Dharma through explanations and practices, in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You are the one who is an unequaled guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Due to the blessings of the Guru, the 3 jewels, and especially due to the enlightened activities of Manzung Gyalpo, may Singha Thupten Namdro Rinpoche's life be stable and his activities increase. Homage to the assembly of deities who are the source of 100 varieties of preciousness, by your knowledge, compassion, and power that liberates from mere seeing and hearing, from the blessing and power of truth of the assembly of deities, may the lotus of long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity blossom. Okay, let's do a dedication. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body mind not yet born arise and grow. May their born have no decline but increase forevermore. May me the way the chen chen remake pe wang po jam pe yang gan chen ke pe song ke song ka pa lo san dra pe sha la so wa de me me za we ta chen chen re ji ri me ken pe wang po jam pe ya gan chen ken pe song ka pa lo san dra pe sha la so wa de me me za we ta chen chen re ji ri me ken pe wang po jam pe ya gan chen ken pe song ka pa lo san dra pe sha la so wa de.
Thank you everyone for attending teachings. 3 prostrations to Rinpoche, please. And here's a quick one in today's announcements. So the recitation season is here. So these are the dates. As you can see, for part 1, for now we are talking about the Compassionate Samadhi Water Repentance Sutra. Yeah? So this is the Sammei Sui Chan. So this is happening this Saturday on the 19th of August at 2 p.m. So part 1 is going to happen on Saturday. So part 2 will be the next Saturday, and then part 3 the following Saturday. So as you can see, it's about 2 p.m. every Saturday. So do come and join us. And it's the part 2 will be in conjunction with the grand meritorious offering to ancestors and past creditors. So in these 3 volumes, we pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, along with the confession verses to purify our negative karma and delusions, which are the causes of all suffering within samsara. So do join us on site to pray for all sentient beings and also create great merits for ourselves. And also, as mentioned earlier, this is the grand meritorious charity to wandering spirits. So on the 27th of August, on Sunday, 2 p.m., this will be the grand charity prayers that we'll be doing. 2:30 will also be the recitation of Yusnisha Vijaya Dharani Sutra in Chinese. So a delicate vegetarian feast will be displayed for sentient beings, while our sanghas will recite the sutras and mantras to pray for their unfortunate rebirth. So merits can be dedicated to individual families or businesses. So do scan the QR code to register and find out more. And of course, this is a time where we do some prayers also in remembering Khyentse Rinpoche Lama Lundrup. So on the 25th of August, on Friday, so that's happening on 10 a.m. So this will be the recitation of the 100,000 Buddha's names, part 4 in Tibetan. So on the 12th anniversary of Khyentse Rinpoche Lama Lundrup, Parinirvana, lights and prayers will be dedicated to all beings in honor of the great kindness that late Khyentse Rinpoche has shown to all of us. So do come by, pay a tribute to late Khyentse Rinpoche. You can offer a light here in this QR code. On the closing date, just before the closing date, just take note, 24th of August at 8 a.m. will be the closing date. And of course, everything here is in Chinese. I'm sure you will be able to read it. So, Death and Reincarnation courses online by our dearest 𝐩𝐫𝐚𝐬𝐿. So these are the dates, and it's happening on Zoom, 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. actually, they do all the recitation, and 8:15 p.m. class starts sharp. So scan the QR code, understand more, swing by, take a look, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the courses. So last but not least, this is 𝐓𝐿𝐴 signing off, wishing you a great week ahead, and we will see you soon here at the temple. Thank you.